I did a massive summer wardrobe declutter, which means I got rid of like almost 50% of my summer wardrobe, which is insane. Considering I'm spending money on these items, is making me think, why am I buying these things if I'm only going to be decluttering a few months later? So that's kind of what I want to talk about today, is things I'm no longer buying and how even not buying these things is going to improve or have already improved my personal style. So the first thing I'm no longer buying is a plain white t-shirt. And I know it's summertime, so there's nothing better than like a good looking white crisp t-shirt to look polished and put together, but no, that doesn't work for me. I've spoken about this in another video because I kept on consistently decluttering all my white t-shirts. And trust me, I've gone through a few renditions. I bought from Cars, I bought from Arcade, I even bought from Uniqlo. I've done all the classic things that you're supposed to do when it comes to a white tee, but it's not something I wear. I don't gravitate towards it, and I just feel so relieved now that I'm like, okay, I don't have to buy this. There is no rule here. And I know this is recommending a lot of capsule wardrobes, but it doesn't serve me, so I'm no longer buying this. Instead, I like to wear maybe a colorful pink t-shirt or a graphic t-shirt. The truth is, I find white t-shirts boring. I'm not gonna lie, there I've said it. Ooh, off my chest. Something with a little bit of, a little bit like a graphic tee. It's just more edgy. It's got something going on. And if I want that white t-shirt effect, then I'll just go with a tank top, like off-white tank top or something. I feel like that gives the same vibe. And I feel like I don't have to commit to wearing something just because it's recommended for everybody else. It just doesn't work for me. If there's one thing I've learned about myself, is that I'm lazy. I love easy life. So something I'm not gonna be buying is tops without any obvious bra solutions, because girl, I just ain't got time for it. I don't. I was so happy when I discovered like Uniqlo, the built-in bras, the little tank tops with built-in bras, even the dresses with the built-in bras. I don't know if they came up with the idea first or if it's been around for a while. But since I've been on it, I was in put on, this has been like such a game changer. I don't have to fuss. I can just bring out a tank top and bam, there you go. It's got a bra built in already, because why do I have to stress? And speaking about other tops, right? I just don't want to be thinking about what type of bra, what type of pasties that I have to be wearing, some nipple covers or tapes or whatever the case is. Ah, why do I want to stress? I don't want to stress. I just want something to easy I can grab and go. Obviously, there are exceptions to every single rule, or caveats, I should say. If I'm wearing something like a nice dress and I'm going out somewhere like a wedding or going even on a date night or something, I might do that. But what are the odds that I'll be doing that regularly? Not often. So for my everyday casual wardrobe, if I can't see like an obvious bra solution, I don't want it. I won't be buying any colors that just don't do me any justice, that don't work for me. And the reason why I say this is because obviously I've spoken at length in different videos about how the colors that you wear can really affect your wardrobe, can transform your personal style. Y'all have seen it. I've been on this style journey where I transitioned myself from a bit more neutrally wardrobe to a lot more colorful, vibrant, and lots of prints and patterns. So in doing that, I realized there's a lot of things in my wardrobe that I just didn't wear as much. I don't reach for it because it washes me out. For example, this this wrap jacket that I love. I absolutely love it. It's from Mango, but I don't wear it because it doesn't do me any justice. Especially now that I realize that I prefer, or I look better in more saturated colors or even high contrast. That works a lot for me. And especially now that I have blonde hair, the hair color obviously changes up a whole outfit. It just clashes a bit too much. So some of these items, I think I've got rid of like a cardigan, I've got rid of the jacket. I've just been decluttering a whole bunch of stuff just simply because of the color. And so yeah, that's something I will also encourage you to think about as well, is thinking about the colors that work well for you, that look good on you. And if there's a reason why it's not working, it's probably the color, it could be the contrast, or whatever the case is. So I have IBS, which means I get bloated really easily, and I don't like anything that clings to me. So something I won't be buying are these types of dresses, or dresses that really clings to me, but in particular this like vest type, tank toppy type dress. These ones, simple, effective. They're just the cool basics, but I've had them, I bought variations of them, but I just no longer wear them anymore. I used to in the past, but now I'm just like, ugh, I don't want anything that's clinging to me, or that especially if I'm feeling really bloated or something, I have to be like I feel very self-conscious. Oh, no, 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 I don't want that. So I've decluttered a lot of my dresses for this reason, to be honest, because the fact that they really cling to me. Instead, I like dresses that have a bit more breathing room. They could maybe have a little bit more region on the stomach area, or maybe a little elasticated. Something even like what I'm wearing right now, that's a bit tighter here but actually flares out, so it doesn't like feel very disruptive to just me moving, so how fluid I feel. Since doing a whole bunch of decluttering, I realized what I gravitate towards and what I don't. Something I just don't wear ever are platform trainers. I have the Puma one still. It looks brand new, but I'm too attached to it to to get rid of it. And I know because a company reached out to me and they wanted to send me some platform trainers, and I was like, no, I just can't do it. For one, I'm very much in my wellness era. I all about the comfort life. I walk a ton. I walk a ton in London, and these platform trainers, they ain't it. Like they're just not as comfortable. They're not for long distance walking. When I'm thinking about even like in the journey, car journey, I'm not doing that. I walk a lot, so I want my footwear to kind of reflect my lifestyle, and I just don't see how these are comfortable. I don't, if you have a good platform trainers and they are comfortable, let me know what brand you is that you wear. Instead, I do like to wear foot, obviously comfortable trainers, colorful trainers. That's it. But also chunkier like loafers. Those ones are not as uncomfortable. Chunky loafers, even chunky boots. I don't mind those because they are pretty comfortable. They're easy to walk in. The next thing I noticed that I always declutter or I stay away from or I don't wear are these are like pre-style items. I'll give an example. I'll put a picture here. You can't even see the back, but this is like a shirt, but it's got like a cutout. So any of these shirts with like these weird cutouts, that's just not as versatile. I just won't be buying them. So these items are already pre-styled. They're supposed to be, I don't know, they're supposed to be versatile, but I cannot see the versatility in them. I find them really uncomfortable. So especially if it's like an open back, I don't really wear a lot of open back in London because it's never really that hot. So yeah, I just don't do it. And again, I have to think about a bra solution. I have to think about, there's just too much to think about. And when I have these like so many items or different like things that I have to think about, it just makes me not want to wear the item. I'm like, no, it's too complicated. Now, I've just recently decluttered this orange one here. I'll see if I can put a picture. And I don't know how I did it in the past. I've had so many different bodysuits. I've had H&M, Zara, and the last one I just decluttered was from Primark. And this is the last one I owned. And I realized that every year, all I do is just declutter one bodysuit at a time. And I don't know why I didn't make the connection because girl is hella uncomfortable. They're just not comfortable, especially when it's hot and it has like a pin and you in the crotch. No, no, no. It's just not comfortable. Instead, what I think I can opt for is something maybe like a spandexy material. You know, like you have these gym tops. They're not supposed to be worn out, but I find that they give off the same vibe. They're a little bit tighter, a little more slick. I think even like Skims, they do like these spandexy type t-shirts. Because obviously the reason why I like them is because they're form fit into the body and I can wear them as like a layering piece. So I think that's what I'll be going for in the future. So the next things I won't be buying is items that just don't tuck very well. Now, I've been thinking a lot about this in terms of how my clothes, how they sit on me, in terms of when I'm styling, you know, this the finishing touches. And if I can't tuck an item in my trousers properly, then it's a problem. If I can't give it a little side tuck, a little front tuck, then it's a problem. So instead, what I've been thinking about is how the item crops or where it falls. So if it crops here, if it falls here, then it's like a nice short crop. It's not too crop, but like a good mid crop tee or like a blouse or something. I think an item that drops really well for me is this blouse, this vintage blouse that I bought in Covent Garden. This is a good like example of an item just has like a really nice crop finish Whereas if it's too long, then I don't know what I'm doing with all the extra fabric, and I often find myself again decluttering this item. So these are all items that I'll no longer be buying. I'm sure I've got quite a few more on the list, but I didn't want to make this video too long. So I would love to hear from you some of the things that you no longer buy, and even some wardrobe regrets, things that you're thinking, why did I buy it in the first place? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, if you're looking for some outfit inspiration, check out this video right here. I've got tons of outfit inspo. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in this video right here. Bye.